Hey guys, don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. I'm trying to keep up a regular schedule of doing these multiverse mayhem live streams on YouTube just to catch up. And I usually try to schedule it for times when it's just me in the house. There's no distractions, but not so lucky today. So uh, gonna have people walking past and probably trying to chat with me or not. I don't know. But anyways, so I'm gonna try to run this really quick. Don't know if we'll be able to get in a full hour because I gotta get my daughter to her mom here pretty soon. But we're gonna go for Multiverse Mayhem number two and see who Gemini pits my main character Michael against Michael Kerrigan, the Bloodfang, uh, as he tries to solo the universe or the multiverse. So yeah, let's go for it and see what pops up in the feed. You can come on out here, honey. It's live, so let's see here. I'm just running this, and what's going on?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. This is my daughter. Who is it going to pit us against first? Let's see. Static crackles, dimensional fabric tears apart. The chaos rift spits Kerrigan out of the swirling void and slams him into a fractured floating platform suspended high above a glowing greenish cyan vortex. Cyan. I can't read. Vortex of raw exposed Mako energy. Okay. Who are we going against? Moat like particles of life force drift upward into a sky cracked with dark purple spatial fissures. Stepping out from the swirling Mako vapor, silver hair catching the dimensional light, wearing a long black leather coat and wielding a terrifyingly long Nodachi, is the one winged angel himself, Sephiroth. Oh, okay. Villain stat sheet Sephiroth, Final Fantasy 7. Let's see. Race Genova Enhanced Super Soldier. Lifestream Entity IQ 20. Mental Endurance 28. Mental Affinity 25. Physical Strength 48. Superhuman. Um, for Rule 4, Genova Cell Enhancement grants immense biological force, but not divine, mystical, supernatural, physical strength. Physical prowess 30, physical endurance 32, physical beauty 26, speed 75, ground and flight, height 6'1", weight 195 pounds, MDC 2200 MDC, empowered by Genova cells and Lifestream energy. Attacks per melee 10, initiative 10, strike plus 14, parry plus 15, dodge plus 13. Hand to hand, master swordsmanship, soldier apex legend. Okay, key abilities and powers. Wing manifestation summons a single black wing from his right shoulder, granting 350-mile-per-hour flight and +2 to dodge initiative. Materia Master, Mako Magic, Wall Barrier, cuts incoming physical and energy mega damage by 50% for 3 minutes. Shadow Flare, Dark Energy Burst, dealing 2d4 times 10 mega damage, auto hit tracking. Heartless Angel, Dark Spatial Curse that targets organic vital essence. Bypasses MDC armor to inflict direct hit point damage if not warded or saved against. Alright. Stop Slow, Time Manipulation spell requires mental endurance save versus magic 15 plus. Illusion and telekinesis can create lifelike clones, phantom projections, and exert telekinetic pressure 500 pounds of force. All right. Primary weapon, the Masumune. Okay. Indestructible materia infused Nadachi 8-foot blade. Damage 2d6 times 10 mega damage per slash. Special trait Dimensional Reach +3 to parry against melee attacks due to extreme length and balance. Critical hit on 18 to 20. A opening round and tactical path to victory. Sephiroth isn't going to stand there and brawl hand to hand with a 71 supernatural physical strength god tier werewolf. He's a cold, calculated combat strategist who abuses reach, speed, and debilitating magical spatial hacks. Open exchange, initiative rolls, Sephiroth +10 opens fast. He immediately spends his first action manifesting his Wing of Despair and casting Wall Barrier on himself, cutting all incoming mega damage by 50%. Action 2, Zone control, he hovers 12 feet away, just at the tip of the 8-foot Masamune, and thrusts forward with a lightning fast piercing strike, targeting Kerrigan's armor joints. Strike plus 14. Action 3+4, the trap, Heartless Angel. Knowing Kerrigan's armor repair and stats are absurd, Sephiroth channels dark. Absurd. Sephiroth channels dark Mako energy into Heartless Angel, casting a direct curse meant to drain biological vitality straight to hit points, ignoring outer MDC plating entirely. Sephiroth's winning tactics, kiting and reach. Masamune allows Sephiroth to attack outside standard melee range. If Kerrigan closes in, Sephiroth uses teleportation, shadow step, or his high speed 75 to reestablish distance. Armor bypass synergy. Sephiroth's win condition hinges on pairing Heartless Angel and high tier status magic. Stop slow with relentless hyperspeed multi-strike combos like Octaslash to break through defenses before Kerrigan can utilize his full bioregeneration or Psy Sword. Your turn, chat and protagonist. Kerrigan lands on the floating Mako rock facing an 8-foot blade and a cold-blooded soldier legend who just put up a 50% damage barrier and opened with direct hit point status magic. Does Kerrigan respond to the opening salvo? Okay. Let's see. He attempts to dodge. Doing his 480 mile per hour wingless flight. Let's see. I think it's his suit that's giving him these powers. Materia mass. No, it's his magic. Okay. Okay, he attempts to dodge using his 480 wingless flight. He uses bio manipulation to shut off the synapses in his brain that allow him to utilize magic. Uh, yeah, started off slow. Okay, so metal clashes, Mako particles explode across the platform. Oh, you're going straight for the jugular with a brutal high level counter. Let's break down this insane opening round mechanics wise because Chad is already. No, Chad is not going wild yet. Give it a break. Resolving the opening salvo, the dodge, wingless flight at 480 miles per hour versus Masamune thrust. Sephiroth thrust with the 8-foot Masamune, but Kerrigan kicks his 480 mile per hour wingless flight into overdrive. Sephiroth strike roll, base plus 14 modifier plus d20 roll of 11 equals 25 to strike. Kerrigan's dodge roll, base plus 12 modifier plus flight maneuver bonus plus d20 roll. If you hit a 14 or higher, you completely slip the blade. Kerrigan turns into a supersonic blur, leaving Sephiroth's point, thrust, biting empty air, and Mako. It'd be nice if it did like a random roll to say whether or not it worked or not. Let's see. The biomanipulation counter targeting Sephiroth's synapses. While Sephiroth is recovering from the missed thrust and attempting to channel the casting for Heartless Angel, Kerrigan hits him with a targeted biomanipulation psionic assault directly aimed at his central nervous system to shut off magic materia synapse pass. Mechanics check. Biomanipulation costs 10 ISP and is an insidious psionic attack. Sephiroth must roll and save versus psionics against Kerrigan's difficulty 15 plus. Sephiroth save roll ME 28 grants +7 versus psionics. He rolls a 6 plus 7 equals 13 versus psionics. Fail. Okay, well, it did the roll there. Effect Kerrigan's psionic impulse surges into Sephiroth's neural network. The bioelectrical pathways that allow Sephiroth to channel materia cast, Heartless Angel, Stop, or Shadow Flare are instantly short circuited. Sephiroth's magic capability is completely locked down. Sephiroth, mid round adaptation and tactical counter. Sephiroth's glowing green eyes narrow as he feels his connection to the life stream's spellcraft violently severed. But Sephiroth isn't just a mage, he is the undisputed apex soldier, a master of pure physical lethality. Round one. Okay. Sephiroth's response. Action 4 and 5. Octa pivot. Denied his magic. Sephiroth instantly pivots. He uses his single black wing to slash forward at Mach speeds, unleashing his iconic Octa 8 lightning fast strikes in the span of a single second, relying entirely on raw physical prowess, 30 and sword speed. Damage 8 individual attacks, dealing 2d6 times 10 mega damage, each half damage if Kerrigan's adaptive kinetic dampening applies to standard kinetic sword cuts. Action 6 Phantom Clones, spatial repositioning. Sephiroth uses his physical speed 75, and agility to kick off the floating Mako rock, creating 3 high-speed illusionary after images to confuse Kerrigan's targeting while he circles behind to break Kerrigan's line of sight. The debate for chat and Kerrigan. Sephiroth lost his spellcasting capability, but he just turned the arena into a blender with an 8-hit Octa combined with high-speed after-image repositioning. And Kerrigan's indestructible core nanotech armor and kinetic dampening soak the sword strikes, or does he parry dodge out? How does Kerrigan handle the 3 phantom after images now that Sephiroth is trying to flank him? The Rex is telekinetic force field, which can only be damaged by magic or psionics. He uses his flight ability and martial arts mastery to grab Sephiroth and pull him into the shadows with him during a shadow teleport to disorient him while simultaneously using his remaining attacks to display some power, bludgeoning him. I did not spell that right. Bludgeoning, yes. Let's see what it says. Shadowy Vortex erupts, disorientation and bludgeoning. Oh, that is an absolute 4D chess move. You just invalidated Sephiroth's entire physical assault and dragged him into a nightmare scenario. Let's break down the mechanics because this round is pure cinema for the chat. Resolving the counterattack, telekinetic force field, the ultimate physical wall. Sephiroth's Octa comes screaming in, 8 supersonic slashes of the 8-foot Masamune meant to slice through MDC alloy like butter. Mechanics check. Kerrigan snaps up his telekinetic force field. Per Kerrigan's sheet, this force field is 100% impervious to physical kinetic attack and can only be damaged by magic or psionics. Result, all 8 hits of Octaslash hit an invisible, unyielding wall with a deafening metallic clang, clang, clang because Sephiroth's magic materia was locked down by manipulation. In the previous turn, his sword relies purely on physical MD kinetic force. 0 damage taken. The chat is spamming. Okay, whatever. Um, the grapple and shadow teleport. Sephiroth caught off guard by his blade bouncing harmlessly off the force field. Kerrigan uses his 480-mile-an-hour flight and martial arts mastery grapple bonuses to snag Sephiroth midair. Kerrigan's grapple strike base plus 10 strike plus martial arts mastery equals high tier hold. Shadow teleport. Kerrigan instantly dives into the dark purple rift shadows on the floating platform, dragging the silver-haired soldier through a pitch black dimension of absolute void. Horror factor, and disorientation. Sephiroth has a high ME 28, but being ripped out of physical space into shadow teleportation forces a horror sensory shock check. Sephiroth is briefly disoriented as light, sound, and spatial anchor points vanish. 71 supernatural physical strength beat down. While suspended in the disorienting shadow realm, Kerrigan unloads his remaining attacks in a brutal display of divine power. At physical strength 71, supernaturally, a single power punch or heavy bludgeoning strike deals a staggering 1d6 times 10 to 2d4 times 10 mega damage per hit, plus 69 flat damage modifier. The barrage. Kerrigan unloads a series of devastating martial arts bludgeoning strikes, elbows, knee strikes, and heavy fist slams straight into Sephiroth's ribs and spine. Sephiroth's wall barrier mitigation. Remember, Sephiroth put up a wall barrier in round 1. 50% mega damage reduction. Even with that 50% mitigation active, 3 to 4 full power hits from a 71 supernatural physical strength god level entity are crunching through his MDC pool. Damage tally. Sephiroth takes approximately 250 to 350 MDC straight to his body after the barrier cut. Okay. Sephiroth's recovery and the Chaos Rift clock. Sephiroth bursts out of the shadow portal back into the Mako platform, blood trickling from his mouth, his long coat scuffed, eyes burning with pure malice. He plants his boots, snaps his single wing out, and reaches deep into his Genova alien DNA, bypassing standard spell synapses to trigger a physical telekinetic gravitational pulse. Sephiroth's desperation counter. Scintilla, telekinetic burst. Sephiroth uses his physical telekinesis, 500 pounds of force, and blade velocity to create an explosive counter shockwave centered on himself to blow Kerrigan back and reset spacing. Re-establishing range, he flies upward into the Mako sky, opening a 40-foot gap to buy time until his neural magic synapses recover. Chaos Rift freaks out. Okay, suddenly the green Mako atmosphere turns bright. Neon amber, spikes of spatial distortion erupt from Kerrigan's feet. Chaos Rift is collapsing this dimension prematurely. The Rift clock is ticking. Will Kerrigan finish Sephiroth between... Okay. With that happening and knowing the Rift is reopening, the wolf is getting pissed. The 500-pound kinetic force is nothing compared to his strength. So he wraps the sword arm and uses his remaining attacks to headbutt the hell out of him. Let's see. Resolving the final salvo, overpowering the telekinetic burst and catching the blade. Sephiroth unleashes his 500 pounds of Force, telekinetic shockwave to blow Kerrigan back, but against a 71 supernatural strength. God, 500 pounds of force feels like a light breeze. Kerrigan doesn't even flinch. He steps straight through the energy pulse, reaches out with a casual, unstoppable grip, and wraps his bare hand around the 8-foot edge of the Masamune. That's not what I said. I said wraps the sword arm, but whatever. Mechanics Kerrigan's indestructible core nanotech armor plus 71 supernatural physical strength means Sephiroth's sword is completely locked in place. Sephiroth tries to yank the blade free. His 48 superhuman physical strength pulls with massive force, but Kerrigan's 71 anchors the Masamune like a mountain. Sephiroth is effectively tethered to Kerrigan by his own iconic weapon. God tier headbutt barrage with Sephiroth trapped, pulling on his own sword. Kerrigan wrenches him forward by the blade and delivers a. That's not even martial arts mechanics there, but okay. And delivers a series of brutal, unrelenting headbutts straight to Sephiroth's face. The blows. Headbutt one, crunch. Platinum silver hair snaps back as Kerrigan's armored forehead shatters Sephiroth's nose and fractures his cheekbone. Headbutt two, bang. A full power, supernatural physical strength impact. The sheer kinetic shockwave sends a visible ring of dust clearing across the entire Mako platform. Headbutt three, thud. Sephiroth's glowing green eyes go wide with pure shock as his skull rings like a church bell. Damage tally, even with Sephiroth's 50% barrier still clinging on. Three consecutive supernatural physical strength headbutts with a plus 69 damage bonus chew through another 280 plus MDC, leaving the one winged angel visibly staggered, blood spilling down his chin and his vision going dark. Chaos Rift strikes. Sephiroth stumbles back, clutching his face, dropping to one knee for the first time in his legendary life. As the Masamune falls to the stone, he glares up at Kerrigan with absolute hatred, preparing to trigger his final Genova transformation, but the Chaos Clock expires. Would have been fun to see the last transformation. The neon amber vortex under Kerrigan's feet violently detonates into a beam of blinding multidimensional light. A massive gravimetric force hooks into Kerrigan's soul and yanks him upward out of the Mako dimension. All right, well, crappy. This is actually I gotta cut this here. Unfortunately, I thought I was gonna have a little more time, but yeah, I gotta go. So, yep, okay, Sephiroth. I don't know if he was full on defeated at that point, but you know, the Rift yanked him out first. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. And yeah, come back again. Links to the books are in the description, as well as links to my Instagram and TikTok. So follow me there as well. And keep up with the story. I'm working on three more novels right now. Ashes of the Damned, which is kind of a prequel to this series, takes place like right before the Salem witch trials. And then I'm also working on Nikon Dream, the story of Q Nikon, which is actually kind of loosely based around a good friend of mine, Q Nikon. Um, he's a well in this story, he's a blogger. He's a kind of an activist, and so it's not exactly Q, but you know that's that's going to be a good one. He gets sucked into the digital world and becomes kind of a ghost in the machine, a superpowered one. Um, and then the third one, it's kind of an offshoot, not really superpowered characters anymore. It's just more of a thriller. So stay tuned for those. That one's called Harvest of Pain. Yeah, but I will be back on another date and time here soon. So catch you guys later. Bye.